Hello and welcome to the 2017 Max Moran setup video. I wanted to walk y'all through my general setup because lots of people ask this a lot, and I always just thought it'd be cool to give another one. Ever since my last setup video, I've had lots of changes with it, but recently I've decided to set it up a little bit and just make it a lot better. And so I want to walk you through step by step what it is. First, to start with the printer, the most exciting part of the whole setup. It's a Canon something, prints well, it's loud. Below, have all my important peripherals. We got a Canada Dry, we got a Razer membrane keyboard. Underneath, I have Christmas lights actually set up all under my monitors. It brings a nice effect, and it actually goes up into the computer case. It brings a nice effect, Christmassy. I don't know, I like it a lot. I have Amazon speakers, cheap, 10 bucks. I'll link everything in the description down below if you want to check out specific stuff. I have a BT800 microphone, BM800s, excuse me. It's a very nice, cheap pop filter on the front. Has a shock mount with a good arm. It's very nice, cheap, easy to use. It's only 20 bucks. It actually runs with shadow power. So it's only 20 bucks, but you have to buy a shadow box with it, which is kind of unnecessary. But it works well, records well. Webcam here for these incredible live streams, you know, get the high quality. You autofocus by twisting it, so that's a little frustrating. Now I have the Razer Black Widow Chroma keyboard. It's very nice. There's lots of cool effects you can do with it. A very loud clicky sound, very clicky. So I really like that. As you can hear. I have the Razer, not the Razer, the HyperX mouse pad with a Razer Death Adder mouse. Very effective. Actually, that was a present from Matt and Mark Boris. Thank you very much for that. And I hope y'all are watching that right now. Works well. I would play 800. It's pretty nice. I have an Irish hat, you know, bringing out the Irish culture, you know, my man Cade Barlow's. I have two 9x16 monitors, old Dell ones. I'll link them below if I don't exactly remember the title. One's mounted vertically, which I really like. It gives you more room space. First one is mounted just regularly with just a standard thing. But the second one actually has its own rack setup. It's actually designed to hold two vertical ones like my old setup, but I have it set up pretty nice. Look at all those nice cords back there. Who doesn't like a setup like that? Office chair. My sister actually broke that 2 years ago, so it actually has like these weird nuts and bolts that touch my ass all the time. This is Google Fiber. Allows me to upload videos very quickly. It's very nice. And above is actually a present from Malcolm. It's not a present, but it's something they left at my house. A cute little dragon. I love it. Works well for my Snapchat stories. We have G430's headset. Effective, cheap. It's around $50, I think. 7.1 surround sound. Not a very good mic. Besides that, it's very good. Now let's get to the beast, the computer. There's lots of parts in the computer. The front, very standard, just headphone jacks, USB, a blinking restart button I can't fix. Below that we have some stickers. I got one was just in the case that came with it. Another one was actually at the South by Southwest gaming event, which I do very much like. Inside we have fans. They actually are very quiet. You don't really hear them very often, which I really like. We have a i7 power supply, Intel, meant for a work computer, but still really nice. A Gaming 5 motherboard, 16 gigabytes of Ripjaws RAM. Effective, not that expensive. I actually have a very cheap PC compared to other ones. We have a GTX 950 set up with Christmas lights going all over. It's very dusty, but I don't really worry about that. And below that, I have a GTX 970. Sorry, runs well. It's effective. Actually, was a present from Dylan. And even below that, we have a CX750M, 750 watts of power for my power supply. Is everything? It's very nice. I have a solid state drive, 500 gigabytes. Runs well. Allows you to record and edit stuff really easily. Allows you to boot up your computer in a few seconds, and a disk drive, you know, for those high quality discs. You know, because we all go to Blockbuster to get our games. And actually mounted above my computer is a giant purple blanket. Actually, what it does is it absorbs sound, which makes it nice for recording, and I don't know, just gives the room a good feel. Next, I wanted to walk y'all through. A lot of people have this wondering, like my in-game settings and how I make a video, so I thought I'd go through this. I use a 800 DPI, and usually I have a 2 sensitivity in most games. It's I don't know. I used to play an 1800 DPI. I wasn't very effective. I was effective. It allowed me to twitch really quickly, but I just had trouble getting nice aim, so I switched to 800 DPI pretty recently. So I figured it'd be good for me to walk y'all through how a regular video goes. And so, because a lot of people don't understand the amount of work I put into a stupid little video. So first of all, what I do is I usually use OBS or Shadowplay. OBS is what I'm using right now. It's effective, cheap. It's not cheap, it's free. Records, it's easy for streaming too. Usually I use GeForce Shadowplay though, which is really nice. It allows you to, what's it called? It allows you to use kind of like an Elgato effect, or Xbox Record that, where you can record the last few minutes of gameplay. I currently have it set to 3 minutes because that's about the length of a CSGO round, and that's about the most common thing I record. And so it's pretty nice. You can set it to 20, but that just takes up a certain amount of hard drive space. You have to be really stupid to do that. Yeah, I have it set to that. So usually how it works is whenever I get a cool clip, or several clips, I usually take about a week's worth of clips. It goes to a folder labeled CSGO or Battlefield or all sorts of different things. Or I can take the OBS file that's actually I'm recording right now. That's actually the file, it just hasn't loaded yet. And so what I do is once I get the clips, I go in and look, I watch through the video, see what was funny about it, and then or see what was just happening in the clip. I title it. I title it to where it makes sense for the video, or just for helping me organize it. And then once I have all the clips labeled in the whole folder, it makes it really easy to create a video. So what I do is I boot up Vegas 14 Pro, totally legitimate, not just perfectly legal copy. Then I import the media. This is going to be a while out of it. I find the video clip. I know y'all probably don't want this much of a specific description, but I figured y'all might want to know this eventually, so I might as well. Drag the video into Sony Vegas, trim it exactly how I want, kind of put in different clips, add effects, you know. I'm not going to add all that because I feel like it's unnecessary. I'm recording this all in one take for all of y'all who don't know, unless you haven't been able to notice. Then what I gotta do is I go in, I'll add fade-ins, put a little like title screen in for effect. Usually what I do is I put a little title or something like at the drop of the bass, you know. I don't know. Pretty simple, not that complicated. Then what I do is go to import. I go to pictures, or sorry, song. I get my song for the video, line it up with the bass drop. Then I get a my in-screen, which is just a little thing I made in Microsoft Paint quickly. Shout out to Luke, L-U-C Luke, for making the actual in-screen for me. It's very nice of him. I drag that in, and I actually line up the audio with the drop. It's not that hard to do once you've seen it enough times. Then what I do is I set this, I gotta make sure to set the fade in so it doesn't actually, you can actually still hear the background. And then what you want to do is the in-screen, I set it to 20 seconds. That way on YouTube for the in screens, you can just hit the use template button and it automatically set for 20 seconds. I don't know, it's more effective. It's easy to do it. And now you have your video. Usually you can watch through it if you want to be good, or if you just try it yourself or don't care to watch through it. You save the Sony Vegas file so you know you have it, because in case you like watch the video back and you don't like it. Then you go to render. I have it set to default settings, 1980 by 20p. 60 frames a second, 20 million bits, 20 million bit rate. Effective, I just have it saved, so all I have to do is click 2 buttons to render a video. It takes a while to render video. It depends on how the quality of it, how long it is. And so what I do is I wait for it to render. I'm not actually going to wait for it to render because it's kind of necessary. So when I'm actually uploading the video, this is actually one of the easier parts. I go to upload. I can set it to unlisted, scheduled, private, or public. Or private, I usually send it to a few people. Unlisted, if I want to post it like and link to something. Public, I just want to go public. Or scheduled. I do scheduled a lot if I want to like post it like 6 a.m. in the morning. That's actually a pretty standard time I use, at least in the past. 6 a.m. in the morning, because that's the time most lots of kids end up watching my videos. I've noticed that time frame. I upload the video. Usually I give it a good title, you know. My titles don't make any sense. My descriptions never make any sense either. I don't even know why I put descriptions. My tags, I have a few default tags set up, Max Moran Gaming. I add some stuff depending on what the video is about, or who's in the video, or what we talk about, you know. I make a thumbnail. Thumbnails actually aren't that hard, at least for me to make. What I do is I find the video that I like. I get a part where I think it was cool, a little parkour right there. Then I do print screen. Close the video, open up Microsoft Paint, zoom out, and then what I have to do is I have to actually crop the thing out itself, because that's the only way for me to get a good thumbnail. It's a better way to do it, you know. So this video is very entertaining, I can tell. Save it, make sure it's just give it a title, add some text if I want. But the thing is, you got to make sure once you have the text and whatever you want, once you get all the text and whatnot, all this interesting data, you'll actually see at the bottom that the file size is too big, because the thing is, on YouTube your thumbnail has to be below 2 megabytes. So what I'll do, often change the resolution to 720 by 1280p, which lowers it a lot. I save the video, make sure it's below the size, X out of paint. I'll post the video, find it. Usually I have it saved just on the desktop, and I just delete everything when I'm done. I don't have the biggest hard drive, so usually what I do is I'm done. Then I can go into when I want it to post a date, time, whatever. Translations, monetization, get the $1 million bellies, y'all. I used to set the game, makes it easier to find the game I want. It's effective, and yeah, there's a lot of little settings you can tweak. I usually don't tweak it very often though. And that's pretty much the process. There's a few other things like adding in-screen annotations and whatnot. That's pretty much it though. Yeah, you can also, I'll post it to Reddit and Facebook sometimes, but usually I just put it to my Twitter and Google+, because you know what, we all use Google+. And that's about it, yeah, and that's about how it goes in the video. I hope y'all appreciate this. I hope y'all understand the pain I go through to make videos for you guys. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I hope y'all appreciate this video. I recorded this in one take too, so I'm actually gonna, after this little second, I'm gonna release some bloopers, because I feel like y'all would like to see some bloopers of looking into Panini, screaming in my ear this whole time I've been recording this. Below, have all my important peripherals. We got a Canada Dry, so I really like that. And I hope y'all are watching that right now. Works just the standard thing. The second one has cords back. Just set up like that. Google Fiber lets me upload.
I want to touch your ass all the time.
It's very nice. The front, very snake fix.
The beast.
I really like.
And a quieter.
And the disk drive. For those and actually mounted above my computer is
Blockbusters
giant,
is dead. That's too soon.
Purple. This gives the room a good feel. Next,
I'll
I
give you
wanted
a
to
good
walk
feel.
through.
He's recording this all in one take.
But
I thought you
it's pretty nice. You can set it to 20, but that just takes up an absurd amount of hard drive space. You have to be really stupid to do that.
Whoa.
So what was just happening in the clip, I title it.
So just me. I'm the only one funny.
Legal copy.
Introducing Google Gnome.
Then I import.
Google Gnome.
I know y'all probably don't want drag the video into
Google
Vegas.
Gnome. Oh my gosh.
You don't like
Google
it.
Gnome. Google Gnome, which is Google Home.
20 million bits. 20 million bit rate. It's effective. I used to have it saved, so all I have to do is click 2 minutes to the video. It takes a while to render video. It depends on how the quality of it, how long it is. And so what I do is I wait for it to render. I'm not actually gonna wait for it to render because it's kind of unnecessary. So when I'm actually uploading that's actually pretty standard.
You know, parallel lines have so much in
I add
common.
some stuff depending on what the video is about.
It's a shame they'll never meet.
In the video. What I do is I
what do you call a dog with no legs?
Video that I like.
Doesn't matter. It's not gonna come.
A part where I think it was cool. Look, little parkour
It
right
has
there.
no legs.
Then I do print screen. Then I close the video. Open up Google
That's
Microsoft.
Hilarious, bro.
Zoom
That's
out.
hilarious, bro.
And then what I have to do is actually crop thumbnail.
Someone stole my
Because it's better
Microsoft
to do it,
Office.
you know?
They're gonna
So,
pay.
This
You
video is
have
very
my
entertaining,
word.
I can tell. Save it. Make add some text.
How do you find Will Smith in the
The
snow?
thing is, you got to make sure.
We look for
Once you
Fresh
have the text
Prince.
and whatever you want. Once you get all the text and whatnot,
Fresh Prince.
all this interesting data,
Because
you'll
Will
actually see at the
Smith
bottom
was
that
Fresh
the file size
Prince.
is too big, because the thing is, on YouTube your thumbnail has to be below 2 megabytes. So what I'll do, often change the resolution to 720 by 1280p, which lowers it a lot. I save the video, make sure it's below the size, X out of
A
paint.
physicist sees a man about to jump
I'll
off the
post the
Empire
video.
State Building. He yells, "Don't do it!
Find
You
it.
have
Usually I
so
have it
much
saved just on the desktop.
Potential.
I don't have the biggest hard drive.
Oh my god,
So
that's
usually what I do is I'm
hilarious.
done. Then I can go with the $1 million bellies, y'all. I used to
Are
set
you
the
a
game,
piranha?
Makes it easier to find the game I want.
Because I want to get in your pants.
It's effective. In-screen annotations.
Is
and
your mom
whatnot.
my
That's
dad?
pretty much it, though.
Because I want to get in your pants.
Yeah, you can also, I'll post effort,
Earlier,
and I hope y'all
oh
appreciate
my,
this
I
video.
need to see this.
I recorded this in one
why
take too,
guys
so
are
I'm
obsessed
actually
with
gonna
underwear.
after this little second, I'm gonna release some bloopers because I feel like y'all would like to see some bloopers of looking into Panini, screaming in my ear this whole time I've been recording this.